Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my October wrap-up video as well as my November BTR. This month has been so crazy with like homework and school, and so I didn't get to quite as many books that I wanted to this month, but I mean, I think I did pretty good. I read 3 books. They were all amazing books, and one of them is like my new favorite book. I can't stop talking about it, so I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. So let's get to the wrap-up portion of this video. So the first book I read this month is Everything by Nicolai. I didn't know a lot about this book when I first picked it up. My friend actually recommended it to me, and she said that it was really good and that there was like a really good plot twist in it, so that kind of made me want to read this book. This book was really interesting and really different from anything I've ever read. This is more on the contemporary side. Have you guys ever heard of that like child in a bubble syndrome thing? She's like basically allergic to everything, and so she has to like stay confined in her house, and everything has to be like germ free. Her world kind of changes when a family moves in next door, including this guy named Ollie, and it's a really, really interesting love story. I would say it's a little similar to like The Fault in Our Stars, so if you like that book, then I definitely would recommend this book to you guys. I give this book 4 out of 5 stars, only because the ending wasn't quite what I wanted. Most of the book was great, and then the ending kind of like wasn't a letdown, but it was just kind of like I was expecting something different. But overall, I'm really happy with this book. The second book I read this month is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Oh my god, I can't say enough about this book. This is like one of my all-time favorite books. It is so unique and just perfect. This book is also bae, as I've said before. I just love that word. I definitely would give this book 5 out of 5 stars. If you guys have read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, then you will know a little bit about this book already. In Fangirl, the main character writes fan fiction about a fictional world in the book called the Simon Snow books. This has to do with magic and witches and wizards, and it's kind of like, for all of you Harry Potter fans, this is kind of like fan fiction of the Harry Potter books. Everything about this book is like so amazing. The love story, the plot. I really love the way she introduced this world because it felt like I already knew the characters. It's just so good. I'm still not over it, you guys. Like, this is one of my favorite books. Like, Baz and Simon. OTP, number 1 OTP. Just read this book, guys. And the last book I read this month is Branded by Abby Kettner and Missy Kalicki. As I've said before, and I'll say again, I am like so bad at pronouncing names. You don't even know. So this is a book that I actually read like a while ago. Like, I read probably more than halfway, and it was one of those books again where I put it down because it was at that point in the book where nothing was really going on, and it was kind of like it lost my interest. Not that it wasn't a good book. I really love this book. The plot is like really interesting. It takes place in a world where like people are branded for their sins, and so the main character is branded for lust, and she is sent to this like prison called the Hole. I would give this book maybe 3 or 4 stars out of 5. Most of the book was like amazing until like the end, and I just kind of like, I don't know, it just didn't live up to like the rest of the book. I thought it was finally time that I finished this book because it was so long ago that I read it, and I actually might go back and reread the whole thing just so I can like experience the entire book at once. So maybe that'll change my view on it, but we'll see. And that is it for my October wrap-up portion of the video, and next I will be going on to say which books I will be hoping to read in November. So the first book is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. So I've actually already started this book. I'm probably like, I don't even know, like maybe a quarter of the way through. It's a pretty big book, so the reason I stopped reading it is because, well, for one, I didn't want to like power through the entire series before I got a chance to like, you know, process everything, so I didn't want my experience of reading the Harry Potter books to go by so quick. So I tried to read some books in between, but I really hope to get through it in the next month because I just want to read more of Harry Potter and get into that world more. The next book I have is The Fifth Wave by Rick Rancy, and I have actually already started this one as well. I have this bad habit of starting books like and like just putting them down, but that's because like new books come out, and so it's like I have to read those. I'm guessing most of you have heard of this book. And it's just about like aliens. They're like taking over Earth in different waves, and so I actually wasn't really interested in this book when I first heard about it because everybody was reading it and it was just like over popular, and so I kind of thought it was going to be one of those where it's like too big of a hype. But then I saw the preview of the movie, and so I saw the trailer and I was actually like really intrigued. So I was like, okay, I need to rethink this. I need to pick this book up. And so I thought it was finally time for me to read this book, and I want to read it before the movie comes out. So hopefully I will get through it this month. And the third book I hope to read this next month is To All the Boys I'd Loved Before by Jenny Han. I've seen this all over the internet and everybody says that it's like a really cute book, so I am looking forward to reading this as well. Everybody seems to have been reading this, and so I finally decided like I need to get on this bandwagon. Like, it's time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun showing you guys the books that I read this month. For those of you interested in any of these books, I will be linking them in the description box below. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!